Hi everybody, Bob Sokoler, Sokoler Team Remax Properties East with two very important updates for you today. One is about travel. If you're planning on traveling in the next couple of months, you'll want to hear this. And two is about real estate. Let's start with real estate and what's happening in both Louisville and Southern Indiana.
Louisville and Southern Indiana real estate continues to sell, but at a little slower pace. The homes going under contract this past month compared to a year ago, down 12.6%, though for the year we're still about 4.9% above last year. July of 2021, the number of active homes on the market down 40.8%. Nationally, the forecast for home sales in 2021 still very good, well above average, and the same for 2022. For homeowners, this is important information. The forecast for the appreciation of your home will slow down back to normal appreciation starting in 2022. But here's the really good news for anybody who's just buying a home or already owns a home. If you purchased a home for $350,000 in January of 2021, you'll see here how it will appreciate in value, and in 2026, you'll have made $93,629 on that $350,000 investment. Remember, these are national averages. Local Louisville and Southern Indiana averages may vary. As for existing home sales so far this year here in the Northeast area, we're up 46%, but note, of course, that's on a national level. In Louisville, the total this year so far, 13.6% increase in home sales. Looking at existing home prices increasing over the past year, they're up nationally 23.6%, in the Northeast 17.1%. But remember, appraisers keep our prices down, so we'll be lucky to break 10% appreciation in Louisville and Southern Indiana this year. As for the housing inventory around the country and locally, you can see how the inventory has steadily declined over the past number of years. In Louisville, the absorption rate in June of 2021 was down to less than 1 month supply. And take a look at the average list price is up 7.87% to $415,537. The key thing driving the market is the buyer demand, and here's why. Interest rates, they continue to stay low. They were lower 3 or 4 months ago, but they're still either below 3 or just above 3 and will continue to stay there. The forecast shows for interest rates to stay in the low 3s throughout 2021 and in the mid 3% in 2022's first and second quarter.
Over the next couple of months, we expect real estate to continue to sell, slower pace, both for buyers and for homes coming in the market, but it will continue to sell. All right, for item number 2, a warning for anybody who is thinking about traveling anywhere in the world. Right now, I'm in Maui, and you may have noticed behind me, there are a lot of people here.
Sun, scenery, relaxing, and enjoying life? Wait a second, what's going on here? This is what a vacation looks like in Maui right now. Lines after lines after lines. You wait, and you wait, and you wait. The problem is too many people packed into the resort areas of Maui. The problem actually starts with the governor of Hawaii, who has told hotels they can open at 100%, but restaurants can only open at 75%, and that's created the big problem, because anywhere you go, unless you've got reservations, you cannot get into a restaurant here in Maui. They're just booked up for months and months, and that's because a lot of people before coming to Maui were on apps like Open Table, and they've made reservations well in advance. And in some cases, they made reservations at multiple restaurants by creating multiple profiles on apps like Open Table, and thereby using up reservations that other people could use. I know that sounds a little crazy, but restaurants are saying they get a lot of no-shows, and so what they've started doing now in many cases is that they will charge your credit card on Open Table $100 or $50 per person. So if you got two people like me, it's $100. They charge your credit card, and if you don't show up, that's it. You've been charged $100. If you show up, you're rebated the $100. That's a problem for a lot of people, but it might be the only way to solve multiple bookings. All the reservations have created long lines for people who are trying to get into a restaurant, or they have to go early, 4 or 5 o'clock in the afternoon, to try to get in before the reservations start. It is a problem. Now, next, number 2 is the problem that we're seeing throughout the United States. The government's paying people to stay home. And that's, of course, because of COVID-19. And as a result, a lot of people here, at least in Maui, don't want to go back to work. I know in the United States, Louisville as well, don't want to go back to work because they're being paid to stay home. That in itself has also created long lines at restaurants because they don't have enough people to handle the crowds. And on top of that, there's a supply shortage for restaurants here in Maui. Again, because of COVID, a lot of places dried up. A lot of the food supply chain is dried up, and so they're not getting as much of a supply as they would like. And there is also another problem. Number 4 is the fact that restaurants closed down, and that's because of COVID-19. They have not been able to reopen because of staff, because of supplies, or because the owners have just given up completely with regards to trying to get their business reopened. So bottom line here, if you're traveling, whether it's to Maui or anywhere else in the country or the world, and you want to eat out, go to an app like Open Table and make reservations well in advance. That means, of course, doing some research, finding what the best restaurants are, and then making those reservations well in advance so you don't run into a problem once you get there. Also, check out places that you want to visit. See if there's a line or an application to get in. See what the COVID-19 regulations are, because those are problems as well. Luckily, we were able to see the Ocean Center here at Maui, and we were able to get in the same day. But it's very possible you might want to go on an excursion that requires a reservation well in advance. So keep that in mind as well. Hopefully, some of these things will help you in your travels over the next months, until we're completely rid, hopefully, of COVID-19. If you would, give us a thumbs up. And if you'd like our video and subscribe to us, because we certainly would love to get more subscribers. In Maui, I'm Bob Sokoler. Thanks for watching. A quick postscript to this story. After I finished the story, while we were here in Maui, the last night of our visit, we had dinner here at the Porthouse. It's an Italian restaurant, and we were blown away. Here are some of the pictures we took of the food. Spectacular. The dessert, unbelievable. Even the appetizer was amazing. And Morris, who owns this restaurant, great guy to meet. If you are coming here, make sure you put the Porthouse on your list of places to have dinner. I'm Bob Sokoler. Thanks again for watching.